Hi friend, it's Carrie from Stretch Chi. I'm going to walk you through 3 basic principles of Ki-Hara so that you're doing this method in the best way possible. The first rule is that you move all the time. So you're always going to move in and out of each stretch. There'll never be a moment where you pause or hold a stretch. You're just going to move in and out of the stretch. So for instance, if I was going to stretch the back of my shoulder, I would open up all the way and then pull across all the way. When I feel like I've gone far enough, I just move in and out of that stretch. The second principle is that you resist all the time. So I'm going to keep my muscles engaged as I stretch. For the same stretch, I'm going to add resistance between my elbow and my other hand. So I'm actually going to try to pull my arms apart. As I'm pulling, one arm is going to push all the way open, but my other arm is slowing that down. So it's sort of like strength training, kind of like if I was lifting weights at the gym. Then I pull into the stretch, and I'm using my right arm to pull my left arm across my body. When I do this, I feel a nice stretch in the back of my shoulder. As I get into the end of the stretch, I just push right back out of it, still resisting the entire time, and pulling across for my stretch. We do this kind of stretch about 6 to 10 repetitions. So you basically can just listen to your own body and figure out what works the best for you. Maybe you start to get tired. That could be a sign that maybe you've done enough. You don't need to do 10. Or you could do like 20 if it feels good. The last rule, this is the most important rule, rule number 3. If anything hurts, you stop right away. You don't need to do a stretch that hurts. It's a little bit of a paradigm shift for some people. We've been taught that if something doesn't feel good, that if we push through the pain enough, that it's going to fix it. But that's not how stretching works. Your body actually will say to you like, oh, thank you, this is a great stretch. Keep doing it. Or it'll say, oh, this doesn't feel good. Or it'll say like, gosh, I feel something weird. Or you might feel good, but it might be different than what I tell you it should feel like. So like this stretch should feel like a stretch along the back of your shoulder. If you feel something in the front of your chest, even if it feels good, it's wrong. And your body needs to problem solve to figure out how to do the stretch in the right way. That means you have to do something completely different. So as you're doing your Ki-Hara workouts, you'll notice that I'll say, hey, if this stretch doesn't feel like what it's supposed to feel like, click the link above, and there'll be like a gray bar above that says, suggested video, do this one instead. Click on that link and follow that path, and then come back to the video that you were working on, and it should be different. With resistance stretching, you actually feel what's going on in your body, and you can self-diagnose. So like I said before, if I'm pushing open this way, and that's strength training, and I pull across this way for my stretch, if I don't feel a fantastic stretch in the back of my shoulder, then there's something wrong. And most likely what's wrong is something else somewhere different in your body. A lot of times the pain or the uncomfortable feeling is very detached from the actual cause and very detached from the actual solution to the problem. So click the links above anytime you're doing any of my videos so that you can address the issues that might come up that would block you from getting a good stretch in the back of your shoulder. Typically, it'll take you into a video that's maybe 10 to 15 minutes with a combination of different stretches that's going to help you unlock those muscles. So as you're doing Ki-Hara, these are your basic principles. Number 1, move constantly, never hold a stretch. Number 2, resist all the time. This changes the way that the muscles are stretching at a cellular level. And rule number 3, if something doesn't feel good, and that could mean you don't feel a stretch at all, it could mean you feel a cramp somewhere, it could mean you feel pain, if you feel angry, feel frustrated, if you feel fatigue, like extreme fatigue after not really doing that much work, if you feel confused, if you feel like you're overthinking it, if you hear yourself saying, if I just keep doing this, it'll eventually unlock, then you're not doing the right stretch. That means you need to click on the link that tells you how to problem solve. Again, it'll be like a gray box right over my head that says suggested content, and it'll link you to the video that you actually need to be doing. And then you can return back to the one that you need, okay? Make sense? Good luck. Get started on your journey. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to look in the comments below to see how to get in touch with me or to find other videos that might be useful. And subscribe and tell your friends. Thanks. Have a good day.